Happy Thursday, everyone. And real quick, I'm going to be brief because I've been thinking about something the last few days. I just been thinking about life, people, and how the world can be a much better place. I was thinking about this morning what the definition of a true friend is. It's so many different definitions of a friend. And also, that's like thinking about what's the definition of love. Like the famous saying I've heard so many times before in church. Love is not what it says, it's what it does. Love is a thing, but also it's an action word. It's about loving and doing things as well. Because actions speak louder than words. So what I'm trying to say is real quick, I'm going to read from Matthew 25 verses 35 and 36. Well, let me start at 34. Jesus is speaking. He says, "Then the king will say to those on his right, 'Come, you are blessed by my Father. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.'" Verse 35 says, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you took care of me. I was in prison, and you visited me." So all I'm trying to say is this. The definition of a friend, a lot of people today, one minute they say they your friend, but then next thing you know, you found out they turned their back on you. They said some stuff behind your back instead of telling you how they felt to your face. And that's the thing about life. It's a lot of people, whether family members, church members, folks in general, you can't really trust nobody. You can't even trust yourself. I always tell myself I don't even trust myself because I'm a sinner. I'm a human being. One minute I want to do this. Next thing you know, my mind changes. People change. Cars change. Nothing's the same but God. The same today, yesterday, and forevermore. All I'm trying to say is this. We have to realize and think to ourselves every single day that the definition of a true friend is this. For example, it doesn't matter how I feel about a person. If I love that person, I'm going to let them know the truth of how I feel because it's about being real. It's about saying what you mean, meaning what you say. I know the truth hurts, and a true friend will let you know how they feel through thick and thin, no matter what. Even if it hurts you, you have to learn how to accept it and take it a certain way because it's better for a friend to tell you the truth versus telling you a bold-faced lie, which is low down and wrong, and it's going to hurt your feelings, whether you get mad or whether it makes you sad. A friend will be real and keep it real and tell you the truth. So that's the thing about a friend. A friend also, for example, is going to learn how to deal with you. Not that they have to deal with you, but they're going to learn how to conversate. They're going to learn how to accept you for who you are because only you can change yourself, and most importantly, God who made all of us. So what I'm trying to say is this. Life is not hard. Relationships are not hard. People make things hard. I tell people all the time, nothing's wrong with the world. It's the people in the world. When I say it's the people, it's not everybody. It's certain people that do certain things. It's not the people in the church. It's the way certain people in the church do things that make stuff so complicated and hard. Marriage is not easy 100%, but it's not also hard. It's about learning how to get to know that person, how to deal with that person. You have to say, if you love this person, you have to be willing to accept them for who they are. You don't have to deal with certain stuff because they shouldn't be willing to put you through mess that they shouldn't be doing in the first place. They should be willing to say, I love Cameron, I love such and such, to where I'm not going to put them through this. I'm not going to allow them to go through this. I'm going to be the best person, the best husband, the best wife, the wife I can to them because I love them, because that's the true person I am. You shouldn't put somebody through something you shouldn't want to go through yourself. And I haven't been married yet, and I'm not in a rush to get married. But guess what? I hope when I get married that I stay married forever, because that's the purpose of getting married. Like they say, for better or worse, till death do us part. All you see, sadly, a lot of times these days is divorces. And some relationships aren't meant to last forever. I get that, but still, it's possible. You just have to go through counseling, therapy, but you have to be willing to accept each other for who they are. You don't have to put up with everything, but it's about sacrifice. It's about loving each other. If you love somebody, you shouldn't cheat on them. You shouldn't lie to them. You shouldn't stab them in the back. You shouldn't slap them in the face. All this other nonsense that can be avoided should be the case. But guess what? People want to do what they want to do. That's why the world is so complicated, because man wants to do what man wants to do. Man wants to take advantage of that person. Man wants to get revenge. When the Bible says, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. It's not easy all the time, including me. Sometimes my emotions get the best of me. Guess what? I'm a human being. Everybody's a human being. The Bible says, be angry, but sin not. Jesus got mad, but he didn't sin. He got frustrated, but he kept it under control. And sometimes I tell people that can be a challenge in my life. I'm not a disrespectful person, but learn how to accept me. If I get a little bit emotional, I'm going to sit there sooner or later and apologize and confess. I apologize. I'm sorry for getting mad, getting out of character. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being like everybody else. We're going to make mistakes. But I tell people the main thing with me is this. Sometimes I beat myself up because I get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I get sick and tired of struggling. I get sick and tired of being stuck in between a rock and a hard place. I want to live a better life. I want to be successful. I want to one day get married. I want to one day be a father, be a husband. That's all I want. I'm not trying to rob no bank. I'm not trying to steal. I'm not trying to do nothing stupid and end up dead or end up in jail. I want to live life and be prosperous, be successful. And all I'm trying to say is I feel like Job sometime in the Bible. Even though I haven't had everything taken away from me, even though I also feel like Jonah. Sometimes I feel depressed. God, why is this happening to me? God, can you tell me this? And that's the hard thing about being a Christian sometimes. You don't know everything the God you serve is doing. You wonder why is he doing this when the Bible says in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding, all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct our path. It's not always easy being a human being, living in the flesh, trying to trust in God, because sometimes you like, I don't know if God is here. I've been trying to talk to him. I'm not getting a response or answer, so I have no choice, or accidentally the flesh steps into its character and you lean into your own understanding. That's not intentionally. It's a habit, because you do things that make you feel comfortable, to make you feel good, because you try to communicate with God, and sometimes you don't hear him. You don't understand what's going on. And that's when Isaiah 55, 8 and 9 talk about, for my ways are not your ways. I mean, my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor my ways your ways, saith the Lord. And that's the thing about it. It's like, if you can't understand God, the God you serve, but he knows everything about you because he made you in his image, how can you try to understand or get things on track? How can you try to understand what's his ways and what's his thoughts if you don't 100% know everything, because you're not omnipresent, you're not omnipotent, you're not omniscient, like all wise, all seeing, all knowing, supreme, sovereign God. That's sometimes what I struggle with. I'm not trying to be God, but I wish I knew certain things that I already don't know. And sometimes I beat myself up because all I'm trying to do is, I'm a person who cares. I'm not a person who wants to do what I want to do, say it is what it is. Every day I take life seriously. I try to better myself. I try to grow and develop. I want to go to the next level. I'm getting sick and tired of struggling sometimes. So all I'm saying is that it's not easy being a Christian. Life is not easy. Sometimes life to me sucks. Sometimes I don't agree with life. I'm not mad. I'm not a person that's gonna curse out God. I'm not gonna sit there and get mad at God. God don't make no mistakes. I just sometimes don't understand why things happen in life, and that includes why some people in life die early. The Bible says a disobedient child shall live half their days. Sometimes I think to myself, it's a lot of kids on earth who are disrespectful. God, why are they still alive? But some other kids who are disrespectful are dead and gone. You would think all these disrespectful kids, including myself years ago, was dead and gone. So sometimes God can be a little bit confusing, like I heard T.D. Jakes say on a YouTube video about a week ago. God, sometimes he's not the author of confusion, but some stuff he does confuses you and has you thinking, God, what's going on? Can you explain to me this? Can you explain to me that? So I just thought I would make this video today because I want to express my feelings and mention about how life is. But even though, like, Romans 8:28 states that all things work together. Good and bad things work together, not for everybody, but for those who love God and who are called according to his purpose. So I just been going through some things, but I'm not going to stop praising the God I serve, and I'm not going to stop trusting, believing, and having faith in him. It's sometimes hard as a Christian, but it's worth it. I sometimes feel like Job, but I'm going through some things and I don't understand it, but in due time, in due season, God's going to reveal some things to me that I don't know now that eventually I'm going to find out in the future. So may you be blessed on this prosperous, great Throwback Thursday. God bless you and your family.